Okay, the Dolphin Roundabout. I've got a stinking cold. Gut's sake. I don't want the police to stop me. Goodbye, Pattaya. Stinking cold. Been coughing and spluttering, runny nose. Guts ache, feel sick. I'm pigging hot. Fortunately, it's only about a 2.5 hour ride. Didn't even bother checking the bike this morning, I felt so shit. It's got quite a lot of weight on here. The backpack I've tied to the back, filled the box up. So I've got no weight on my shoulders anyway, at least. Not that these Kruger bags are designed not to fit on your shoulders. Going to be in the bloody sun all the way down. So literally the last 2 days just been holed up in the hotel room basically. Oh come on, you fucking dick for brains. I like this system where you can go left at the lights. Can't do that in the UK. Fuck off, you cunt. Pretty much a straight road all the way down, I think, down to Chanthaburi, which is south of Pattaya and north of Trat. I'm going to go down there, hang out down there for a couple of days, see what's in that area. If it's quite nice, if there's some good rides around, then I might stay for another day. I don't think I'll have much trouble in hotels and stuff, or homestays. I think everybody goes to Pattaya and doesn't really venture much further south than that, except Rayong or Rayang, whatever it's called. Just hope it's not like this all the way. On a bit of open road, no fucking cars on it, and lorries and buses and scooters. Scooters are the worst. Oh, you fucking dick. Fucking hell, these brakes are a bit shit. I'll have to stay here in the shade somewhere. Oh, hello. It's alright when I'm moving. When you stop in about 30 degrees and no wind, it's fucking hot. I think I could do with a bit of air in the tyre. All this weight I've got on board. So I've put my pack on the back, so at least I'm fairly mobile. So I was talking to her last night, to Oi, my girlfriend, about the air conditioning in the room. Like, she wants the air conditioning on all night, and the first night, yeah, it was on all night, and then that day, or I woke up in the middle of the night and I could hardly fucking breathe. I couldn't swallow anything. Jeez, bloody old fumes, that's all I need with a fucking cold, isn't it? Look at that shit's coming out of that fucking bus. But nice to be moving when you're not feeling very well, but which I'm not at all. I feel like I'm going to throw up in my fucking helmet. But at least on a motorbike, when you're in these situations and you've got to keep your wits about you, you kind of forget about how ill you are, unless I start talking about it. Might look pretty easy, all this, but I think Thailand, as I've mentioned before, is the second most deadliest place to ride or drive, or, and I would imagine India is the worst. I was watching the TV the other day, and we had the news on, and she was explaining to me, well, there was some footage of like a whole family going on holiday, you know, for the New Year's. There was a whole family in the back of this pickup truck, you know, kids, babies, women, must have been 8 or 10 of them in the back of this thing. Anyway, their brakes failed or something happened, and a lorry hit them up the arse. He lost control, and the whole truck flipped over. And this was on like a, you know, fast motorway. Obviously they cut away the footage, but you saw the truck spin over onto its roof, and fuck knows what happened to the children and the women in the thing. Dreadful. She was saying to me that the government tried to ban people, I'm going to go that way, tried to ban people, you know, in the back of pickup trucks, but it was very difficult to implement, because obviously, you know, if you're poor or that, and you've only got one truck and you want to go on holiday, you know, you have to take all your shit in the truck. Oh, I don't want the motorway. I've just got to keep going straight, I think. Yeah, you see these all the time, you know, like just over there, look, there's a couple of guys, I think, on top of the stuff. So I'm just going to bimble along at 80, not in any rush. I can cope with that quite well. That's 80 kilometres, that is. Engine's note sounds quite sweet at 80k. What fucking bollocks, keep telling me now. Proxy sat nav. Yeah, it's the only problem I found with the Google Maps is I'm gonna have to fucking stop now. Check it out. That's the only problem with the Google Maps is if you go wrong, it just goes fucking apeshit. Now I've got to do a U-turn, the bastard. Sure do feel the weight on the back though. Yeah, make a U-turn. Come on, arsehole. Good start. Some of these bikes aren't allowed on motorways, and that sign up there was telling me to go on the motorway. And I've set my settings on the Google map, what would you call it? Yeah. A stallion, I think that was. Some sort of Chinese bike, I bet. Route 36. Don't fucking take my fucking lane, mate. What the hell? Okay, well I'll turn the GoPro off presently or shortly. Otherwise you're just going to listen to me moaning all the way. Oh, I've had no breakfast this morning. I felt a bit ucky, yicky. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Rayong 54, right into the sun, right in my face. I put a bit of I haven't got a peak on this helmet, which would have been useful, but I didn't want to bring my Arai X4. That are just getting nicked. So I've got this MT helmet, which is actually being quite good. And it was only about 50 quid, but I put a bit of tape along the top of it, like a little sun visor, which is well handy. That and my sunglasses as well, so I'm not actually riding along with my hand on the top of my helmet, shielding my eyes from the sun. Oh yeah, I feel a bit better now. I think it's just bouncing up and down and concentrating on what I'm doing. Poor Oi. I left Oi this morning. She's going to get a motorbike taxi to the bus stop and get on a bus back to Bangkok, and I'll meet up with her in 10 days or so. Fucking look at the smoke over there! You probably can't pick that up on the GoPro. You will in a minute. Jeez, oh. Oh dear. Stinks to high heaven. Pattaya Remand Prison. Fucking hell. Down there somewhere. Oh yeah. Well, I think my cold's sort of disappearing a little bit. I took some Tylenol this morning. I'm not sure whether they got codeine in them or not, but they seem to do the trick. But obviously it's not going to cure a cold. But I've bought some eucalyptus oil, and I've been snuffling on that for the last 2 days and sucking on polo mints, when all I want is crumpet. Probably supposed to be in the left-hand lane here, in the scooter lane, whatever, but you always get a lot of people coming the other way in that lane, and like local traffic and dogs just fucking laying there. And if you kind of go a little bit to the left, then cars will pass you, Fucking hell, what's this now? Straight on, I guess. Yeah, cars will pass you very close, so kind of have to dominate the road a little bit. Tyres probably don't like it much, but I think they probably know that I'm a Farang, so usually they're fairly forgiving. I think the last thing a Thai wants is to have an accident with a Farang, police involved and all that caper. I think it's just a hassle factor basically of getting involved with Farang and police and oh, this is nice. Well, this is like January now. January the 4th. Fucking hell, what's in there? Magical ice of Siam, and La Galleria. Very nice, very attractive here. There's a big truck behind me, so what I probably will do is heave myself over so he can pass me. Slow down a bit. Bus. I mean, obviously you have to give way to these people because buses take precedent. I'll just go past. Yeah, I was hoping in January that the temperature was going to be nice, but you know, in the 20s, 23, 24, 26 maybe at the max. But here now it's 32. It's been 32 ever since I've been here. It's quite cool at night, but still in the 20s. Of course, at night you have this constant dilemma of whether to have the window open and let the mosquitoes in, or have the aircon on and breathe in all that shit. I guess sleeping with aircon on is okay, as long as you know that the filters have been cleaned regularly. But judging by that hotel I've just been at and looking at the air conditioning unit, I shouldn't think that's fucking ever been cleaned in its life. So anyway, what a rant.